up this morning and I pray to the Most High. The sun is shining so bright. I'm blessed to live this life.
Yahawashi, blessed be Yahawah, blessed be Yahawashi.
Shalawam.
Welcome to the
Helpmeets Hangout.
Because
this is where the Helpmeets Hangout. Hey, welcome to the Helpmeets Hangout. Hey.
We back.
Yes, sirski.
We
That's
back
my favorite
with
word
another
now.
episode.
Why?
Why?
Because it's a cool word.
You made that up.
I did.
And
That's
did.
why.
And did.
Shalawam, y'all.
Go ahead, you can kick it off. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sis.
Well, first and foremost, want to give all honor and glory praise to Bahasham, Yahawashi. And this episode, we are going to be touching on modesty. You know, when did modesty become unpopular? Because when we look at history and our righteous foremothers, and even when our foremothers were in slavery, they were dressed covered up from head to toe. And at some point, modesty became unpopular. We started dressing like harlots and wearing whatever we wanted to wear, and not even how we dress, but how we act. America has catered to our feelings. We feel like we can do whatever we want, say whatever we want, be whoever we want, and that's nowhere in the Bible. So we're here to nip that in the bud and just talk about it. You know, talk about modesty and what the Lord requires from us with our apparel and our behavior. So come.
And Lord willing, sisters can get some edification from this and not feel like it's a bad thing to be modest. Like, it's a refresher through the spirit. And Lord willing, sisters that aren't dressing as modestly as they should, they can, kind of remember through the spirit how, our foremothers used to do this thing. So,
something that just came to mind. Also, before we end off, please remind me to show some modest outfit ideas.
Okay, fine. Oh,
and the Sister Marathia just dropped the video on some modest outfit ideas. So definitely go watch. That's just be styling and profiling. No crits.
Period.
She steps on the scene. Don't play no games. Okay. Definitely go check it out because we all have different styles in this thing. We all have different styles. So dressing modest ain't got to be an ugly thing or a bad thing.
It's not frumpy. It's not. You ain't got to dress like no granny. You don't have to. Right. You don't
I'm just like a granny today, but that's because I want to.
This sister here. Okay, sister here. But no, it's all about comfort, but it's also about doing what the Most High told you. Ultimately, that's why you're supposed to be dressing modestly. So
wait a minute. I didn't notice you got your hair did. That's cute, girl. You look cute. I just noticed.
Yes, all praises.
All praises.
Got some talented people in my family. My little sister did my hair, so the water.
Very beautiful. She's talented. So did you wanna kick off the first point or what we're doing?
I kind of wanted to go over like what the definition of modesty is.
Okay.
And then kind of touch on that modesty is not only the way that we dress, like, going into the way we speak, the way we carry ourselves when we're out, and also on social media. It's an edification for that as well. So I wanted to read, I just Googled it. Anybody, y'all can Google it as well. I'm gonna go down to, on mine, it's the second bullet point. But it says the behavior, manner, or appearance intended to avoid impropriety or indecency. So that kind of touches on, that definition kind of touches on everything that I was speaking about: behavior, manner, or appearance. So modesty is not only the way that we're dressing, but it's also the way that we speak, the way we carry ourselves when we're out and about. So God.
All praises. My dad just lifted up the garage and her tips on, but kind.
Hey, Dad.
He knows recording. But modesty, the sister hit on the nail. Modesty is bigger than, and that's actually the spirit because I was a sister pinged me to a clubhouse room last night, but I didn't join it. I was on my head, but the title was called "Are You Covered in a Hair Wrap, but Are You Covered in Sin?" So
I was in there. That was a really good room. That was a really good room. I forgot what platform it was on, but that was a good room. And it was some and listen, it was some elder sisters in there.
all
Okay?
praises.
It was elder sisters leading that room. So that room was real powerful.
All praise to the Most High, and that's also another thing. Like we could be dressing modest, but our spirit, our inward appearance, is not beautiful. And the scriptures talk about that. Like everything we say is thus saith the Lord. Everything we say, you can go find it in the scriptures. And I think it's in Matthew 23 when Yahawashi was saying, "Ye hypocrites, you are indeed beautiful in the outward appearance, but in the inward, you are full of
Your
iniquity and
inside.
hypocrisy."
Yes. Mhm. You don't want to be that. You don't want to be like that. I wanted to read. I think it's First Timothy 2:9.
So like yeah, I had to let the garage down. It's very loud. But so we could be dressed as modest as we want. We could be dressed in modest, fly to the T with the fringes on. Ooh, okay. But the spirit is just you're a pretty demon. That's all it is.
Yes, that's so. Nobody wants to be around that. Nobody, and that's not just. It's just not a good way to be at all. Because if you're supposed to be the light, that's you really are in darkness. If that's what you being, like you're not. Um, you're kind of going against what the Most High told us to be. I wanted to read First Timothy chapter 2 verse 9. It says, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broided hair or gold or pearls or costly array. I'm gonna read verse 10 as well. But which becometh women professing godliness with good works. So that's a part of your works too. Shoot, dressing how you're supposed to dress. You don't want
Mm,
it to be. You don't want your appearance to become vain. Like it's not you vanity in your appearance, but you still want to be dressing decent. You still want to, you know, put on something that look nice. Don't be just out here. Oh well, I'm gonna put on this and this. It got holes in it. It got runs up your leggings or up your stockings, and got holes in the back of your dress, sister. Excuse me.
that's just
You see
man.
that hole? I know you saw that hole. I know. Now we know our wardrobe. We know what we got in there. You got holes in, and I'm not laughing because if that's all you got, then Salakia, I don't want to be offensive. If that's all you got, then okay, I understand. But you know, for the most part, listen. If you need help, ask a sister. Listen, sis, can you take me such and such so I can go get a dress? I thrift. Okay, you guys, I thrift. I go to Ross. I go to Target. So
Target.
yes.
Yeah, she
What?
big money because Target high.
No, I'm saying you can find some affordable stuff. Listen, you better learn how to shop like me. You better go to that clearance rack
I need to learn how
with
to
the
shop like
red
you.
tag on there.
That's the
And I
spirit.
go in there with a mission.
But who?
On a mission. On a mission. Like this and this all I'm coming to get, and that's what I'm leaving out with. I ain't it's not this not Walmart. We're not gonna oh we need this now, we need this now, we need that, and then
Yeah,
you go up to the register, it's like
$300.
$150.
They're ran up your
God,
pockets.
you done
God, that's
ran
the
up my
spirit.
pockets.
I That's the spirit. I went thrifting yesterday actually for the first time in a very, very, very long time. The last time I went thrifting was like 2.5 years ago. And I know some sisters that go thrifting. So I went through the spirit. I was on a time crunch though, because I had to go to my brother's house, but I was at my Ottawa and I got me some earrings and I got me like this cute little top, plain but it's cute, and I got me two pairs of jeans. I'm gonna turn to skirts, Lord willing. And I
All
would love
praises.
to go back again. So Lord willing, I can definitely find the time to go again. But we're not, and you don't have to be dressed in designer. You don't have to be dressed in Louis Vuitton and Gucci. You just want to be decent. But like the sister said, let me back off that. You don't want your appearance to become vain because it is all vanity. That's dust of the Lord. It is all vanity, but we still represent Yahawah Shema Shai, even if you don't have a husband. This goes for any sister. You represent the Lord at the end of the day. And like we was talking about in our last podcast, you could be the only Israelite that another sister come across. And just by you dressing modest, you could really spark something in that sister. You could really provoke her to you could really like provoke her to want to know about the truth just because how you're dressing. So
Oh,
you just never know. Me personally, I try not to go out the house looking any type of way. Like I don't leave the house. I really try not to go out the house with a bonnet on. If I'm wearing sandals, my toes must be done. Like I'm not. I stopped that a while ago. There's this video I came across on this assistant channel, Habits of a Homemaker and Bendy Mark. They have videos touching on how to keep up with your femininity, and I watched those videos. And that's just some tips I've learned, making sure, like, if you're going to wear your toes out, make sure they did. You don't want your toenail to be hanging over your foot, got dirt underneath. Like, no, just not.
throw it away. Throw the whole thing away. Start over. Let's start over. I'm crying.
Please just keep up with stuff. Keep up with stuff. Stop laughing. You ain't even gotta go get your toes done. You don't have to go to the nail salon. You don't have to go to the nail salon. You can do it at home for the cheap. I have a video on my YouTube on a DIY pedicure under $30 at home. You don't have to go to the nail salon.
Dollar Tree be having some stuff. Listen,
Exactly.
I'm a nail tech and I do nails, but I'm letting you know Dollar Tree got some stuff up in there that I be going to go get. So that I use myself. So
because look, it's hard out here. We're not balling. We're not rich. This in our kingdom, but if you have finances to go to Dollar Tree or get the stuff for a DIY pedicure home, do that. But like I was saying, do this because you don't have to be fancy. You don't have to be a designer. You don't have to go to a nail salon. You don't have to have purses and a collection of perfume. Like you don't have to have that stuff. Just keep up with yourself and keep the commandments. Make sure your appearance is right through the spirit. Don't leave out the house with. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
girl, I'm just saying. Okay. But I wanted to read let's kind of go ahead and touch on it. Can you show some modest ideas? Oh, y'all, it's a page on Instagram called Auntie Sarah Was Modest. I think that's what it's called. Is that what it's called? You know what I'm talking about?
I'm finna see because I might just go to it.
Auntie Sarah Was Modest. They have some really good ideas. Let me see.
Oh yeah,
Yep,
that's
it's yep.
girl.
AUNTIESARAHWASMODEST.
So yeah, this
Auntie
is
Sarah Was
cute.
Modest. Yes. So that sister, she posts many different sisters
That's cute.
that
Sis
have
is styling,
modest
okay.
ideas. Yeah. And it gives you different ways to put stuff together.
Ooh, that's
Like,
hard. I like that.
mm-hmm. Because you don't have to always have like a head wrap on. You can have a hat on. You
Right.
can have, you know, as long as you're not going against the word.
And honestly, I used to wear a head wrap every single day because I used to have locks and I didn't take care of my hair. So me wearing my hair
Um,
wrap was me covering up my not taking care of hair. But ever since I combed my locks out, I don't really wear my hair up like that. I mean, I wear it when I pray, when I read, when I'm talking about the scriptures, and if I just choose to wear one that day just to go with my outfit, then that's what I do. But most of the time, I wear my hair out. So you don't have to have your hair covered all the time. I mean, now if your husband says something different, then who are we?
right.
But yeah, these are some
Because
beautiful outfits, though.
beautiful ideas through the spirit. Also, if y'all need a place to shop, I like Modest Vibes Boutique. That sister always comes through. I usually the first time I learned about Modest Vibes Boutique is at a sister's brunch that my sister Hana usually hosts for sisters in Atlanta. But
Ooh, I'm gonna have
yeah,
to
it's
look at
so
this
many
page more.
different ideas. They be having so many different ideas. They be so beautiful through the spirit. All praises to the Most High.
Oh, that's really
that the
beautiful.
sister put this page together.
Um, what was the other one you said?
It's Modest Vibes Boutique, but the is I think it's, hold on, let me see. I think it's Modestvybez. Yep.
Is it on Instagram or on Google?
Nope. It's on let me see. Did you spell it right? Nope. VYBEZ.
VIBE.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Z. There we go.
There you go.
Oh, VY. That's why I'm popular. I spelled VI. I'll follow this sister.
Mm-hmm. She has
Ooh,
a
this
lot
is
of good ideas.
beautiful.
Yep. Yep.
Ooh,
And
that's
put your
hard. I
friends
like
on
that.
there. Yep. She be having so many different ideas for, dressing modestly.
I love
Um,
this. Wow, all praises.
I know a sister had sent. Let me see my sister chat. It's actually a precept to tell you how long your garment's supposed to be as well. Let me see. They be
So kind,
listen.
y'all, you gotta just look out here. Also, let me give y'all another one. Let's go to Pinterest. Pinterest, you really got to look at it like, honestly, it's not that hard to be honest, because I know inflation, clothes are expensive, but on the other hand, thrift, and I shop at Shein. Now, they say Shein is the place where the clothes are not that good because I forget the word, but hey, it's most I got me. I shop at Shein. Lord, I'm gonna start thrifting soon, but mostly I get my clothes at Shein. Walmart is a little too high for me. I'm just cheap, but there's some stuff at Walmart, Ross for sure. Try those department stores like Ross, TJ Maxx. Um, Also, I mean, even just hit up a sister. Hey sis, can you send me some modest outfit ideas that you wear? I'm pretty sure y'all have sisters y'all can reach out and ask. If you don't, me and Sister Lil are here. Or like we said, go to Instagram. And there's also a sister, like we said, the sister Mawati, she just posted a modest video on YouTube, outfit ideas. And also this sister named Mayan, she does it as well. So even if you Pinterest modest outfits, stuff is okay now. I don't know what they got going on, but let's do modest outfits, Israelite women.
Girl, I was gonna say if you put Israelite in there, it's gonna pop up.
So kind. See that?
Yep.
That's beautiful.
And
Mhm.
Mawapia made a really good point in her video. She said, "Dress for your shape, dress for your size, sisters. If you
Yeah.
know you top heavy, if you know that you bottom heavy, try to not have those. Oh, that's my sister. She's so beautiful. She always has really pretty really cute ideas for outfits. But sisters,
Oh,
dress for your
praises.
shape. If you know that something might be a little bit more form fitting, size up. It's okay to size up. You know,
Kind.
I know that I shop, like for
Ooh.
Passover and stuff like that. I shop for I forgot what it's a place, but they kind of come like one size fits all type of dresses. Those um I like those as well.
Kind. Now let me
Um,
tell y'all who else like it.
go ahead.
Let me tell y'all who always posts. Now, 80 knows modesty. This sister posts modest outfit ideas. Um, if y'all go on to her Instagram, she has different ways to style outfits. And something that I love about this sister is like she'll do like three different ways to style this shirt or three different ways to style this skirt. So definitely 80 knows modesty. She posts modest outfit ideas too. And yeah, definitely like just for your size, like the sister said through the spirit. Let me pull up this last YouTube and then I'm gonna end
We
it off
can kind of get into like
the other
when
two.
did it become unpopular to be modest? Like when did it become taboo to be modest? Like that's crazy.
When did it become lame?
Okay. While you get
Um,
that, I'm gonna read this precept right quick. This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 2 and 3. It says, "Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, Make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man. And then Exodus 28:42, and thou shalt make them linen breeches to cover their nakedness, from the loins even unto the thighs they shall reach. So, sisters, we want to kind of make sure that our dresses are not like mini skirts, even though it's a dress. You know, that's not modest. Those parts of your body are for your husband, and just try to make sure that your skirts or your dresses are reaching at least your knees, because when you sit down, they even rise up a little bit. So, yeah.
Con. And even if you don't have a husband, you still represent the Most High Yahawah Shema Shah. And you still represent the Yahawah Shema Shah at the end of the day. But yeah, this is the Maya. She has multiple different videos on modest try on haul for Israelite women. She has a summer edition. She has one from Shein. She has how to style a hair wrap, and then she has a part one and part two try on haul for Israelite women. So, and she even has a modest workout clothing try on haul. So, definitely go check that sister out. But really get into this thing, you know. Like we said, you ain't got to be a designer, you ain't got to be fancy, you don't got to have name brand. You don't have to do that. The Lord didn't tell you to do that. Just cover up and keep up with your appearance. Keep the commandments. Nobody should be seeing the shape of your body, your curves. Um, I love turtlenecks, but every time I wear a turtleneck, I wear a trench coat with it because first of all, a turtleneck is it's just skin tight. It's bodycon, and you're just gonna see all my goodies, and I can't go for that. And my chest is heavy set, so when I wear my turtlenecks, I wear a trench coat. So if you're gonna wear like a tight shirt, make sure you have a jacket to cover it up. You know, if you're gonna wear maybe a skirt or dress that's not that long, wear some leggings under it or something. You know, make those
Hmm.
alternatives to the
Have
spirit.
you a good cardigan in your
Hmm.
your good cardigans that go over, whether it be
Yeah.
just a cover up or a cardigan or something. Some dresses do are form fitted, so wear something that is longer to cover up.
Hmm.
So
Con,
those are different ideas. I would
yeah,
really suggest that y'all go watch that last video that Mawati did. I think it was really good.
con. I have a I have a bodycon skirt, and I wear a cardigan with it every time. So you can't go wrong with those cardigans. But con, we're gonna end it off on there, so we're not saying the same thing. Y'all get the point.
That's right. So, did you want to bring out the like when did it become
Yes.
unpopular? Because sisters, what I was thinking about is really sisters in the world. We kind of just like sisters in the world just kind of do what they want to do. It's a I'm gonna do what I want to do type of spirit, and don't say nothing to me. I can dress how I want to dress. I'm gonna say what I want to say, and a very hard, not feminine spirit at all. So um, I think that'll be really good to touch on.
Con, America has really catered to our women feelings. Definitely.
Real
Really,
bad.
we feel like we can do what we want, however we want, when we want, say what we want, be who we want, and that's not what we do. That's not what us Israelite women do. So I'm just gonna pull up some history. When did modesty become unpopular? Because we were dressing modest at a point in time, and I'm just gonna show you. I'm just gonna show it. So it reads. Let me zoom it in so y'all not squinting.
Yes, that'd be me. I'll be like all up on the screen.
So this even how Edomite women used to dress. Like women just used to dress modest in general, but we're talking about the Israelite women here. So let me start right here. The dress reform movement arose in the mid 19th century with the goal of giving women the freedom to wear trousers for both practical and political purposes. Trousers, kind of the same thing as pants, basically, were seen as a symbol of women's rights, a radical proposition at the time. So, mind you, these Edomite women, they're the same women that started that feminist movement to fight for women's rights, to fight for women to be equal to men. Now they fighting for us to wear pants. Who told y'all to do that? It was
Mm.
around 1851 that a woman named Elizabeth Smith Miller designed an outfit that would become iconic among believers in the concept of what was called rational dress for women. It consisted of a skirt and loose trousers with a short jacket on top. The design was championed by Amelia Jinks Bloomer, and they quickly became known as Bloomers. Bloomers eventually fell out of fashion, but the name lives on as a description for various baggy divided garments for the lower body. Still, as the popularity of bloomers faded, pants became once again something women generally wore in private or for sporting activities. It would take big changes to finally bring women's pants to the mainstream, and those changes came with two world wars. I'm not going to keep reading all of that.
Lord willing, can you put
Actually, the link.
the link for this inside the description so sisters can kind of go in the description and then go ahead and see that later.
In the
Oh
description
yeah.
or in the comments.
Oh, it's gonna show there.
I'll put in the description so I can.
Okay, yeah.
But more than a century after women's rights activists had first begun their push to reform how women dress, the women's liberation movement of the 1960s and 70s finally helped to break down the stigma against women wearing pants. So here it is that women wearing pants, it was not a thing. That was not a thing. But these women fought for it to become a thing. They had a movement to change how women dress. They had a movement to push women wearing pants. And from there, also have another article that shows how us Israelite women used to dress. We used to dress. Actually, let me just get it. From there, you
Baby.
can see how the pants it just increased to just dressing like harlots. I'm gonna just tell it how it is. Let me get this.
I know our foremothers used to be dressed down, okay? Listen, if you don't know, you better listen. Ask somebody. Gotta ask your grandmother
So look, let me show y'all this.
if you can.
This was us in 1645. Now that's Satan because it just was just big. There we go. This was us in 1645. Look at us.
Yeah.
Covered up. Look at us in the fields. Where we at? I don't see us, but you get the point. Let's go to another one. This is us in the fields, covered up. Us in 1850s, covered up. 1865, covered up. 1900s, covered up. That was fly. Now let's see what happened after then. 1940, covered up. 1950, we still kind of covered up. But then when the 1960s, 1970s hit, that's when it started. That's when the downfall of women, of Israelite women dressing modest, that's when it started. From 19s, and even if you can Google this, like this is on Google. When we started dressing like this, so-called us Israelites, we started dressing like this in the 1960s to the 70s. We started wearing those big afros and the short shorts and the high boots and all of that. That's when we really stopped dressing modest. You see the pictures, you see the timeline. Even
Right,
this
because
other
baby,
article.
them legs was out.
Okay. Look. Hold on. This is us in the 1800s again, covered up. 1800s, covered up. Covered up. Covered up. 1900s. And then from here, covered up. And now from this one, it just shows the men. But you can see how from this early 1800s, once you get down to the 60s, that's when we just started to just dress all types of crazy.
And nowadays, sisters just be wearing anything. Like, you might as well don't even have no daggone clothes on if that's how you gonna dress.
Facts.
Fishnet, see through. You got a shirt on, but you could see your areola. Like, what?
Yep.
Why
And
you have a shirt on then? Like,
these women in this industry are pushing that as well. That was going
so
into what we
wicked.
was talking about in our last episode. They push that on our people because,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, they know we're a whole and set apart people. They know we're supposed to be covered up. If they didn't know that, why would they push for us to wear pants? Why would they push for us to change how we dress? And if y'all, I don't know if y'all noticed, but in other countries, women have a dress code. Saudi Arabia, for example, that's a good example. They have to be covered up. That ain't an option. You gonna be covered up outside
Mm-hmm.
this house.
I think it's
Nobody should be
Dubai.
seen.
They give you something to wear. Like when you go to certain places in Dubai, I think it's Dubai, but I'm not sure. But I know
Con,
it's certain places overseas where they will give you stuff to put on if you dress inappropriately.
con.
Period.
And there's you know what, since we're talking about it, I'm gonna just get this last article. It's nothing to read. Well, kind of, sort of. It just shows you 15 places with the quote unquote strictest dress codes. I don't think it's strict. I think that's what it's supposed to be like. I'm gonna get to the ones about dressing. So no mini skirts or pants for women in Swaziland. Is not allowed in Korea, and meaning No booty shorts. No women wearing dressing like Harlem. None of that. Saudi Arabia, headscarves and abayas are mandatory for women. So, like, excuse me, they talking about footwear. Face covering is banned in France. Okay. No indecent dressing in Uganda. Now, indecent, that means revealing. So you can't wear revealing clothes in Uganda. You cannot be showing your breasts and your butt cheeks. You have to cover up when you're in Greece, although that doesn't seem covered up to me. But swimwear is not always welcome in the Maldives. So no walking around with a two-piece bikini with your butt hanging out. In Sudan, again, no dressing inappropriately, no revealing clothes, no butt cheeks, no breasts covered up in Sudan. And I'm not gonna go into all that, but that just goes to show like America, they have pushed that we can do what we want, where we want, be what we want. I wasn't showing the screen. Y'all didn't
No,
see
I
that?
thought you was just reading the list off. Mm-mm. No, I
Oh
thought you
my
was just
gosh, y'all.
reading the list.
I'm so like it. But look, no mini skirts for or pants for women in Swaziland. But kind of Laurel, I'm gonna drop all these links in the description box. I thought y'all could see the screen, Salakia, but I just wanted to show that just to show like America's the only place that allows this. It is the only place that even in other countries, pizza and burgers are banned. Some fast food in other countries are banned. America lets you do whatever you want. They have really catered to our women. So we see that in history, it became unpopular when the Edomite women started pushing for us to wear pants. So that's when it became unpopular, when we started wearing pants, and then from there it just increased and it was just evolved to wickedness. Booty shorts,
Um,
fishnecks, all of that madness. Literally
and then,
posting sisters posting themselves
okay.
in their lingerie.
Oh yeah. Whew.
I can't make this up.
Yeah,
Sisters be
it's
twerking on the
madness.
camera, being half OnlyFans. Like it's really bad out here, and we
And it's
are
become
daughters of
the
Zion.
unpopular. I know I seen this meme where it was like y'all not returning to the Lord, y'all returning to be grannies or something. And it was a sister that it had when she was in the world, and then it had her coming into the truth, and she was dressed more modestly. Like, sisters try to shame you for dressing modest. Sisters try to shame you for wanting to be covered up, wanting to respect. It's like I'm being made fun of because I have morals and I respect myself, and this is the way that I want to. It's like it's so taboo. It's so taboo, and it's crazy. And I think that that's the whole spirit that comes with it. Like, like what we was talking about last episode, that feminist movement spirit. Like, I could do what I want to do. I could say what I want to say. I could dress how I want to dress, and can't nobody tell me nothing. You know. Um, I think that goes into the attitude portion and how you behave, because these are the sisters that you see, and I'm not shaming sisters, but I am going to speak on it, and it's truth. These are the sisters that you do see twerking on videos or twerking in a club, or just behaving unseemly, behaving unbecoming of a woman, and that's not how you're supposed to be. What kind of example is that? And even didn't you post about lit sisters, watch what you're putting into your spirit, what you're
Mhm.
intaking, like what you're watching and things
Mhm.
like that, because the little girls coming up, they imitating all of that. They imitating all of that. They are not. It's not the, as our parents say, do as I say and not as I do. No, these little girls are doing as they see. You know, so you got to be that example, be the light, be that one of a thousand. It's
Fine.
not many of us, so be that example, because like Abarriyah said, you might be the only Israelite sister that a sister may get to meet. So
Con, and I work at a preschool, and I can't make this up. Three little Eves, three little princesses. Let me say that. Three little princesses, 4 years old. They might be five. Twerking. I cannot make this up. They were in the next class, and the teacher in there, she was not an Israelite. And so I poked my head in and I said, y'all better start talking right now. I don't want to see that.
fine.
I don't want to see that. I had to put my little voice, stop twerking right now. You better
That's
stop.
that mama. That's when the mama come out in you.
Yeah, and it's sad, and I cannot make this up. I even seen a video going around trending, I think a few months ago, of a sister knowing a worldly wicked song word to word. She had to be no less than 5 years old. These young princesses, they're literally doing what they see, and these women in the industry don't make it better. So we really have to step up to the plate and be that example, because we might be the only example they see. It's not a lot of it's not a lot of Israelites in this truth. You know,
Um,
a lot of our people are in darkness, so we really have to be that light. Really do have to be that light.
and it's sad because even the people that is making this music, they don't let their kids listen to this. Cardi B was on, she was on a live video and she was playing the song WAP, and her daughter walked in the room and she turned it off. She turned it off till her daughter went out the room, and then she said, "Well, my daughter can't listen to this kind of music." But this is what you portraying to our children. This is
Mhm.
what you're portraying to our sisters, our young princesses. This is what this is how you making your money, and you don't care. They care nothing about it. They care about themselves, and they're not here to set an example. They not trying to nation build. They're not trying to see you be prosperous through the spirit. They're just, it's a selfish mentality that comes with
Con,
all of that. You know, and speaking about the way they behave, it's also the way they speak. Because when you listen to this music, it's filthy, it's nasty, it's stuff that you shouldn't even be saying out your mouth.
right.
You know,
Con.
so
Yep. As a man
it's
thinketh,
not
so is
modest.
he. Right. Con. You know, you're known by your fruits. You're definitely known by your fruits. And I definitely seen that video of Cardi B. Soon as I've seen that video a million times. Soon as her daughter came in, she cut that music off. You know,
Hmm.
as long as it's benefit, I was just telling my head, our people, as long as it's benefiting them, as long as they good, they be
It's a
money
thing.
hungry.
Yeah, it's a thing of, oh, that ain't me. Oh, it ain't me.
Yeah. I'm
And
good over here. My daughter don't listen to that. I don't care about them. They kids. They want to let their kids listen to that. That's on them. But it's on every streaming radio station though. You don't think some kids gonna hear that? But you know, as the mother is, so is her daughter. So we really have to come back to the Lord and get out of that. And really dress modest in this thing. And sisters definitely will shame you for that, but that comes with being in this walk. You know, Yahawashi had to go through things. That comes with being in this walk. That comes with being in this walk. You gonna get talked about. You're gonna get laughed at. You're gonna get mocked at. Our Yahawashi got mocked at. Yahawashi was laughed at. Yahawashi was talked about. And if we supposed to be in his truth, you know, we are gonna have to drink the cup that he drank and go through the things he went through. And I believe David was somebody else was laughed at. I think it was David. I can't really remember right now. Um, yeah, Bakan. So you just have to be that light and love those who hate you. Pray for those who use you, as Matthew say, roughly paraphrasing. You know, if a sister is mocking you and laughing about you, laughing at you because you dress modest, just pray for that sister. It's just a spirit on her. That don't mean you get out the spirit and you start talking about her and you say some negative to her. No, you be that light. Kill them with kindness and you pray for that sister because she needs prayer. She don't know no better. Yahawashi ask Yahawah to wink at their ignorance. So how much more us? A sister talking about you because you just might as cool. Okay, pray about it, pray for her, and wink at it. Ask them how to wink at her ignorance because she doesn't know any better. Just like we didn't know any better. We have to be spiritual minded women in this truth and be mature. Don't take it to the heart. They don't know any better. Continue to be that example. Continue to be that light.
Con, I wanted to bring out this precept real quick, and this is some the attributes of a woman that is moving in modesty. This is Sirach chapter 20 and 7. It says a wise man will hold his tongue till he see opportunity, but a babbler and a fool will regard no time. He that useth many words shall be abhorred, and he that taketh to himself authority therein shall be hated. So, it's a time and place to say everything that goes into Ecclesiastes chapter 3. It's a time and place to speak. It's a time and place to, say your piece and how you say it as well. I think that's Proverbs chapter 15 and 1. Let me
Yep, it
grab
is
it
a
real
soft
quick.
answer. Turn out the way wrath or something like that.
It
Grievous
says,
words stir up anger.
That's exactly a soft answer turns away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. Um, Actually, I'm gonna read verse 2 as well. It says, "The tongue of the wise uses knowledge aright, but the mouth of the fools poureth out foolishness. So you don't want to be seen as a foolish woman, being immodest in behavior, in words and speech as well. Um, and then I had one more, which is Proverbs chapter 31 and um, let me see. Mm, Okay, Proverbs chapter 31 and 26. It says, She opened in her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. So it's just like, you know, even though you have something to say, or even though you have an opinion on something, you kind of want to move wisely in the way that you're speaking so that you're not being seen foolish and not modest.
Con. Also, to let me back up that everything that comes to mind doesn't have to be said. You know what your grandma and them used to say? If you don't have nothing else to say, say it at all. And I too have been really in a season of just watching what I say, trying to watch what I say, and being slow to wrath. I've been struggling with getting impatient and getting out the spirit quick, and um, not watching my tone. My tone has been sometimes a little snarky, so that's something I've been praying on and fasting on, and definitely trying to work on through the spirit. We definitely want to strive to make sure we're watching what comes out of our mouth and how we say it. Um, but I wanted to get this 1 Samuel 16 and 6. And it came to pass when they were come that he looked on Eliab and said, Surely the Lord's anointed is before him. But the Lord said unto Samuel, Look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. So Yahawashi Shai, none of our ways to hear from him. Sirach 17 talks about that. He sees everything we do. Sirach, I think it's 23:19. His eyes are 10 times brighter than the sun. He knows what you think. So the Most High knows if you're sincere. He knows if you have pure intentions. He knows what you're doing behind closed doors. So you may seem beautiful to us, as Matthew say, you may seem righteous to us on outward appearance, but behind closed doors,
Right.
you're in wickedness. Behind closed doors, you're talking about your sisters, you're gossiping about your sisters, you doing all manner of wickedness. God knows what behind closed doors. So make sure your spirit is in check as well. Because modesty is not just having a hair wrap on. I did a video on this like a year ago. Modesty is not just having a hair wrap on, because you can be very pretty. The daughters of Zion are beautiful. We're delicate. We're comely. We're the salt of the earth. We're the prettiest women on the face of the earth. We are that. We are the daughter of Zion. We are Israel. We're very beautiful, but you can be beautiful, but is your spirit beautiful as well? Or are you just a pretty demon? So watching what you say, watching how you carry yourself, when you're walking outside this house, even if you don't have a husband, you represent Yahawah Shemashah at the end of the day. Whether you have a husband or not, you still have to keep up with your appearance. And of course, don't make it become vanity. That's all you cared about, because your spirit and keeping the commandments and serving Yahawah Shemashah is the most important thing. But keep up
That's
with yourself.
first.
Keep up with yourself. I'm trying to think about whatever, and also definitely got to touch on social media behavior. Definitely.
Oh, con, being discreet. That's a part of modesty as well.
Yeah.
Being discreet and just wide wisdom in how you're moving and the things that you're doing. So I think that's good if you want to touch on that.
Yep. Be mindful of what you post. You represent the Lord. You represent Israel.
You
You
don't
don't
want
want
to
to make.
overshare.
Yeah.
You
Don't
know,
want to
it's it's
overshare.
it's cool and stuff, sharing, but you don't want to overshare. You don't want to, you know, um, it's a precept that talk about having a good name,
Con.
and that goes into you having a good name. You the sister known for wearing the real short dresses, or you the sister that known that's always she got a dress on, but it's always super latex tight. You don't want to be known as that sister. You don't want to be, oh my goodness, nobody, that's just not what you want to be known as. Or, that's the sister that's always, she be saying whatever she want to say on her videos, or she be saying whatever she want to, talk about on her Instagram and stuff like that. So move wisely, sisters. That's all.
I want to get this precept. This is Susanna 1 and um 63, and it says, hold on, I want to get 27 first. Susanna 1 and 27. But when the elders had declared their matter, the servants were greatly ashamed, for there was never such a report made of Susanna. And I'm going to skip down to verse 63. Therefore, Chelcias and his wife praised Yahawah for their daughter Susanna, and Joachim her husband, and all the kindred, because there was no dishonesty found in her. If sisters haven't read the book of Susanna, definitely go do that. But Susanna, that just goes to show she had a good name. There was never a report made against Susanna that she was doing something wicked or something off, or that she was in something she had no business doing. There was her. That sister was upright. She was pure. She was sincere. And she was very beautiful too. So she had a very beautiful inward appearance and a very beautiful outward appearance. So that's how we want to strive to be through the spirit of Habashim Shai. You don't want to be the sister known as always sharing your business on social media. And me and the sister Yahawah did a live on this. It's on her YouTube and on mine. So Lord willing, sisters can check that out. But we were just going into social media behavior. You shouldn't be posting. You really shouldn't even be on social media all like that, anyways. Every single second of the day. So definitely just have that balance. And um, also, Scripture Sirach talks about it's in Sirach 6. It goes into having that friend of 1,000. Sirach 6:6,
Oh,
be
that
in
one
peace with
counselor.
many, nevertheless, but have one counsel of 1,000. So you don't have to tell every single sister what you got going on behind closed doors. Tell that one or two sisters you talk to, that one or two counselors, but you ain't got to tell every single sister what you got going on behind closed doors, every single thing you're dealing with. Have some discretion. You don't got to tell everybody everything. You
God.
really don't have to tell anybody anything through the spirit. I mean, confess your faults. That's different. Confessing your faults and going to sisters when you need help, when you need counsel. But you got to tell your sisters every single thing that you got going on.
God. I think this is really a good topic to go into because some people they'll just think about modesty and be like, "Oh, well, I am dressing modest," but no, sister, going around, y'all loose lips sink ships. Ain't that what they say?
You never heard that.
Now, you never heard that?
Mm.
Loose lips sink ships. Cause when you're talking about so much stuff, then everybody's looking at you like you're telling all the business. You're
I got
telling
a
all the
precept.
business. You're talking about, stuff you ain't supposed to be talking about. You in this person's business. You being a busybody, and no, that's not what we're supposed to be doing. So,
Mm. It's Sirach 26:14. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there's nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. So a silent woman is a gift of the Lord. You learn to be quiet sometimes. Be quiet. Just be quiet. Nobody asked you to say that. There's a time and place, like the sister Lily said. A time and place. There's a time to keep silence, and there's a time to speak. Just wisdom and discernment, really. Knowing what to say, when to say it, and how to say it. Definitely. You definitely don't want to be known as a sister that's always gossiping and telling folks business. You don't want to be a busybody in other people's matters. Did you hear about what so and so?
um,
What that goes to modesty as well, because you can dress modest, but you could be a pretty demon. You could be a real.
yes,
You're known by your
mm-hmm,
fruits. Your fruits are gonna tell on you every time. We honestly,
um,
your fruits gonna tell on you. Let me get that. Matthew 7:16. You're known by your fruits. Matthew 7:16. You shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? So your fruit's gonna tell on you. How you carry yourself is gonna speak volume. What you post is gonna speak volume. What you say and how you say it is gonna speak volume about you. You don't have to walk around talking about my Proverbs 31 woman. Your fruits will show it.
um, you got the nicest head wrap on, the flyest dress, and you known as the sister with the attitude that don't speak to sisters when she come in. You known as
Right.
the sister that just always got an attitude. No, 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 sis. You can't be like that. You can't be like that. We gotta move and love sisters as we love ourselves and be patient with one another. And just know, also, I want to speak on sisters that are just coming into this thing. Other sisters that has already been in this thing, be patient with them sisters. Be patient with them sisters that they do get it and they do understand. Pray for those sisters that they want to start dressing more modestly. Pray for the Most High to, bless that sister to be able to get some dresses and put fringes on and, outwardly be modest and also learn to, be modest inwardly as well. If it's on your spirit, help that sister get a few dresses. Purim is coming up. Charity.
For
If you
sure.
don't have charity, you know, you charity covers a multitude of sins. So, you
Um,
know, if you can extend an olive branch to that sister and be like, listen, sis, no parents coming up, and this is what I got for you. Something. Be a helping hand. Don't always be the one pointing the finger and criticize, criticize, criticize. Because they always say you got one finger pointing at somebody else, but you got three pointing back at you. So,
never heard that one either.
Okay, listen, I guess some.
All praises.
I'll be hanging out with the elder sisters. Listen,
All praises. Take the beam out your own eye first before you try to
that's right.
criticize somebody else. You know, we want to righteously reprove our people when they're going off, but being patient with our sisters, that's definitely a big one. I talk to a lot of sisters in the world. I do. I love my sisters in the world, just like I love my sisters in the truth. And you want to treat them with that same love and that same respect. You know, like the scripture say in Luke chapter 6 and Matthew chapter 5. What makes you any different than a sinner if you only loving those that love you? You gotta love your sisters that's in the world too, because they don't know any better. And Yahawah Bahasham has been very patient with us, very patient. And how much more us being patient with our sisters that's trying to get this thing, you know?
Because I know I was looking, you know what? I was looking through my Snapchat and I was like, bruh, I thought I had it all together. But I really saw that like I really took steps to change to be like modestly, not only inwardly because I was learning, but outwardly because I had a point where I was wearing dresses, but them dresses was not modest.
Okay.
Okay, I thought I was doing the best that I could at the time that I knew. I didn't have anybody around me. I wasn't congregating. I just saw some videos online. I didn't know much. You know what I mean? But as I got around more sisters, I just noticed, and I was like, "Dang, it really was a process. It really was. It really did take time. So be patient. It's a meme with a sister. It shows you where
Yep.
she was in the world, had dressing immodestly, picked up the Bible, and then it shows you her transition all the way to her dressing modestly and having the Bible in her hand. So
Con. Also, that's the Sister Yarden album cover. Her last album she did called Change.
okay, yeah.
So let me see if I can show y'all real quick. Yarden. Where's the Y? Right here. I don't know if I can see it. Hold on.
Nope, nope, nope. I don't want to be annoying. Keep saying nope. Okay, yeah. Yep.
So but it's another one on the Instagram too, on the Instagrams. But it definitely takes time. I remember when I was first coming to this thing, I wasn't dressing as modest. I had no modest clothes. When I found out, so listen, let me tell you a little story. Just a quick one. Just a quick one. When I found out about the truth, I was living with my brother at the time. I was living with my brothers my senior year, and when I found out I couldn't wear immodest clothes, I'm not lying. I threw every single I threw it away.
Yep.
I threw it out. So I had nothing. I had no modest clothes, so I had to do the best that I could. I don't think I was working at the time, so I had to do the best that I wasn't working at the time. I had to do the best that I could. So I was wearing my sister dresses. And then as I started working, I was able to, buy those modest clothes. And I did. I remember my first Shein purchase, buying modest clothes. I was searching, I was asking sisters, this modest, this modest. I remember I was wearing this, I'm not gonna show the picture because it was a big oversized t-shirt dress, but it stopped before my knees. And I had on a blue hat and some Air Force Ones. And he was not my husband at the time, but he's my husband now. He texted me and he was like, because we was friends, he texted me, he was like, this ain't modest. And I basically told him, yes, it is. I was like, yes, it is. I was like, I'm not trying to hear that. But our praise the Most High, the Most High humbled me down quick. It definitely was not modest. It was not. He was right. So it definitely takes time to be patient with those sisters. And a lot of sisters, they might not have the finances for that. Purim is definitely coming up, which I just got excited about because I almost forgot. Hey.
It's a feast day. It's a feast day. Oh, and let's talk about dancing right quick. Listen, sisters, it's a way to dance modestly, okay? You can with the shoulder shrug. Nothing in the lower region should be like popping,
Yeah.
Shoulder shrugs and and cabbage patch. Hey.
Yeah,
or you could do a little two step, but nothing should be popping. Okay.
Yeah, your hips shouldn't be twisting and twirling all like this.
We giving a little feast day modesty etiquette. Okay, this is feast day modesty etiquette because we know the song's gonna be rocking. For the sisters that of our age, sisters gonna be drinking and stuff like that. No, she not.
I'm 19, y'all, but I drinks when I can.
For
My
Passover.
husband, but
For Passover.
my husband is 21 and he finna be 22, so he supplies me with
For
some
Passover.
whatever. But kind y'all,
I'm
yeah,
crying.
I don't really be dancing like that. I dance like I'm real goofy, y'all. So when I dance in the bathroom with the door closed and I go crazy.
Listen, let me tell you, our Passover sisters, we had a great time. We
Period.
had a sister circle. We did our little dances, and it was so much fun. I'm so excited for Passover this year. I'm so excited.
I'm excited for all the feast days coming up. I'm really
Yeah.
excited. I don't. What's your favorite feast day?
Ooh. Um. Let me see. Oh wow. Um. Maybe I don't want to say I want to say tabernacles, but then I'll be like I don't like being cold. But if you prepare right, tabernacles and then tabernacles is like 8 days. Okay, so I'll be I like
I
tabernacles.
don't
I
know which
do.
one my favorite. I think Purim is up there though.
Purim is up there, but Purim is on like 1 to 3 days, depending
Yeah.
on how you observe it. But I like the week long
Yeah.
celebrations. Okay, yeah.
Con. Did you have anything?
No, I think we touched on it. We touched on appearance, we touched on behavior, we touched on speech, and we touched on the inward part. So I think, that was edifying through the spirit. I really do. If sisters have any other ideas, y'all post them below down in the chat, and we can definitely, Lord willing, post those ideas to be more modest on our Instagram page. You know.
Instagrams.
Oh my goodness, why Jake do that? Why do we do that? Walmarts, the Aldis. We put an S on everything. We put an S
Yo,
on everything. The
I heard
Walgreens,
I heard
the Rite
Kodak Black
Aid.
say that on Instagram a few months ago, and I ain't stopped saying it since. Instagrams. I'll purposely say the word Instagram just to say it, just to put this on there. Instagram.
Instagrams with an S.
But let me get this precept. I don't know if you got it. This is
No.
First Peter chapter 3. Did you get that?
Nope.
Whose adorning? Let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair and of wearing of gold or of putting on of apparel, but let it be the hidden man of the heart and that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of Yahawah of great price. So that's thus that the Lord tell us right there through Peter. Don't let what makes you beautiful be your hair and your jewelry and how you dress. Of course, keep up with yourself, but don't let that be what makes you beautiful. Because what truly makes you beautiful is your spirit, your inward appearance. Let that be what makes you beautiful. Let your meek and quiet spirit be what makes you beautiful. Because that's what's beautiful to me. That's what's beautiful to me. That's great in my sight. That's what I want to see from you. And of course, the most I want to see is just modest, but most he really looking at your inward appearance as well. Definitely, because he sees everything. And you know what? I didn't paraphrase this precept this whole podcast, and I ain't brought out this precept not one time. This is Matthew chapter 23, and verse number is 26, 25. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you make clean the outside of the cup and of the platter, but within they are full of extortion and excess. Thou blind Pharisee, cleanse first that which is within the cup, and the outside of them may be clean also. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye are like unto whited sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bones, and of all uncleanness. Even so, ye also outwardly appear righteous unto men, but within you are full of hypocrisy and iniquity. So you don't want to appear righteous unto us, but behind closed doors, you're full of iniquity. The Most High sees that. So make sure you're checking your spirit. Make sure you're striving to move in the spirit righteous from others, walking in the fruits of the spirit. And, there's not a just man upon earth that doeth goodness and if not, we all fall. But we're striving to be as blameless as possible. We're striving for perfection. We're striving to have that good name. So let's try to have that good name and have that good behavior. Because I did a video, that's the spirit. I did a video on my YouTube a few months ago, and I think it was called The Secret to Improving Your Modesty. Here's the secret: your behavior. The secret to improving your modesty is your behavior. Check your spirit, have good behavior. That's modesty. And of course, outward appearance, cherry on top. It's
God.
a Sunday, it's a blast.
So, Lord willing, this was edifying for sisters, and sisters took some notes down, or maybe this even struck something in your spirit. Because I really enjoyed this conversation.
I did too.
Thank you for
With that,
joining the Help Me Hangout. Hey, because
hey,
this is
because this
where
is
the
where
Help Me
the
Hangout.
hung out. Hey, shalom, y'all.
Shalawam.